What is going on, everybody? Or the few people that's shown up so far, how y'all doing tonight?
Echo, echo.
I'm feeling sick, but decided to do the show anyway, so here we are. Right?
Because you haven't eaten.
Huh?
It's because you haven't eaten.
I'm gonna have to turn you up because I can barely hear you.
I said it's because you haven't eaten. I forgot to put my mic down.
Oh, well, that'll work. What's up,
Oops.
Timekeeper? And I want to see how you'd rebuild the RBA to see if I can do it. Shopkey, what I'll do is whatever RBA it is, I'll do it on camera for you, and I'm going to try and do it the easiest way possible. I think you could do it, man. Have a little faith in yourself. You can do it. I went to my local vape shop. They didn't have anything new as far as mods. The only mod they had that was new was a little Voopoo pod. And I was like, man, I really don't need another pod right now. So
No.
I was like, I guess I can't get anything. So I got some juice instead. They still don't have that mixed berry ice in the big 120 mil. And the regular juice without the ice, they only had in 3 milligrams. So I ended up getting
That's good, Frankenmeiser.
whoa, the complete opposite. This is the mixed berry ice, but it's Nick salt and it's 48 milligram, which I thought, oh, it's 48, no big deal. So I put it inside of my little SX Mini right here, the NX pod, I think it's called.
Some powerful shit.
It's pretty strong, guys. This stuff is, you don't have to hit this very many times.
But that ice takes away some of that.
Hey, Cloud
ass
Checker,
kickiness.
you did make it on time. Look at there.
Hey, Cloud Checker, Arnie.
I wanted to
Harry,
show y'all
Timekeeper,
something on
Peanut,
the SL class
Frankenmeiser.
so I can clear this up. Y'all, I showed y'all where this was broke right before. I talked to David from Yeehee, and he said what it is some of the first models, which this is one of the first models, came with a brittle section right here. Well, all the way around basically was brittle. So they're going to send me a replacement so I can fix that. But the newer ones that they're sending out does not have this brittle issue. Because I was like, I don't even know. I haven't dropped this thing, so I don't know how. I mean, besides it maybe falling over like that, that was about it. But I think they've changed the material they're making this out of, so it shouldn't be brittle like this one was. Other than that, this works fine. I mean, it's just a cosmetic look, you know, it depends on how you like it. I'm gonna rebuild this tank and try some new juice that I picked up today. This is Finest Sweet and Sour apple peach sour from Los Angeles, California. It comes with 260 mils, but the company actually, the vape shop actually let me buy just one instead of buying both bottles, which is pretty cool. Because I don't even know if I'm gonna like it yet or not. But
Nice, Harry.
oh yeah, the guar, man. Did you see that, Harry? I was trying not to show it so much, but yeah, the guar is just a all-around great device. And what was it? Timekeeper, I think, has 6 of them, and I know why. I mean, this thing is just dual 21700. That's the way to go, man. For battery life, if you're really one of those that, like, you know, can't go a full day of work or something without oh, you got 5? Okay, thanks, Timekeeper. Without changing your batteries out, then you need something like the guar, because I ordered 18650batterystore.com has the Molicel 21700s for like $6, and then I think the 18650s are like $5 a piece. So I bought 6 more of each kind. So I got 6 more 18650s and 6 more 21700s, so that I know I have newer battery, because I got so many old batteries, man. And after you have batteries for so long, they just don't hold a charge worth a darn. You'll charge them and it'll say it's fully charged, but you go to use it and maybe an hour later it's already dead, and you're like, what the hell? And that's why like I was saying before, the batteries build up a resistance in there, and it just won't.
This charger is
Won't hold the charge.
infuriating.
Yes, I have another charger. We just haven't.
I put all 6 batteries in here and
Yeah.
they all showed charging, right? 20 minutes later, they're all charging but one. I just looked down in it and one of each pair is charging now.
Yeah, Harry, it's never a bad idea to stock up on some batteries. I mean, the more spares you have of batteries, the easier it is. You know, you have some in your mod and you have some on the charger and you just swap it out. Boom, you're done.
Unless you have a charger like mine, which will randomly decide, I don't feel like charging those batteries. Or I'm
Yeah.
going to charge one from each set.
Well, my other charger that I was using is a 6-bay, which I'm used to, but now I only got a 4-bay, but it's a better charger. It'll actually bring batteries back that's really low and all that. I forget what it's called, some kind of dragon, but that one works good. But we're gonna rebuild this U-well Type R tank again to put this new juice in there because I really want to try it. I like sour juices. I don't know what it is. And this one, I did the little finger test. Let me try that again. I get the apple and the peach out of this. So they got the mixture right between apple and peach, at least hand testing it. Now, I don't know about in a tank. You definitely don't want to take that Nick salt and throw in there because that would be way too strong. Way too strong.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, you could. You could
Cigar
fall
Babe
over
would.
from vaping it too. Oh yeah,
Cigar,
this coil.
Cigar Babe sub-ohms like 26 milligram.
Let me show
She's
you all the
insane.
coil that was inside the Type R. You can see that it was getting pretty black. Look at that. It was time to change anyway. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's bad. I mean,
Hi, Dolores.
why is my light?
Whoops. Just turn my video off. Wrong button.
There we go. Let's just pop this coil out of there and then we can reload it with a brand new fresh one with the right tool. Go big or go home. That's right, Kevin. Hell yeah. I just got a set of Mala cells, P28.
Hello, Sue.
200 more than the 20. Yeah, the ones I got are like freaking 4,000 mAh or something crazy like that on the 21700s anyway. Let's see what this looks like inside. Yeah, that looks pretty black right there. Pretty black. Man, even the coil itself looks black. So I'm just going to chunk that. And I'm going to wash this tank out because if you don't, you're going to have residual juice from all this other stuff that was in there and this. Because if you don't get all that cleaned out and the drip tip, all that, then you're going to taste that nasty taste from the well. Not necessarily nasty, but you can't get Molly's? Oh, that sucks, Dolores.
Damn it, I did it again.
Don't do it again. I'll be right back.
Well, I'm not meaning to. I accidentally keep clicking on the wrong thing and turning my camera off. Dolores, I haven't noticed really any difference between most of the major brand batteries. I remember when the brownies were popular and they had some at a vape convention for like $4 a piece. So I bought a bunch of them and they ended up losing their life so quickly. They were really great for about 6 months and then not so much anymore. Hey, Wally. So how's everybody doing? How was everybody's Friday? Mine was all right. I did 7 closings. So, and all of them went off fairly peacefully. No major drama, no issues. Had the office to myself so I could listen to music and vape freely.
You definitely want the no drama part, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, usually the drama is, oh shit, the seller didn't do any repairs. And now we have to do an escrow agreement and it's like, 2 seconds before closing. So I got to stop what I'm doing and draft more paperwork. And it's kind of a pain in the ass.
Wally, what's up? All right, here we go. We got this all put together. I'm going to put this back on the build cam now. I just had to switch to that while I was out. Hello, Breeze.
Hello, Breeze.
Try
I'm
and
gonna
get
make
this.
Dolores sick. Does this look like Van Gogh go through up? Doesn't it remind you of that
Let me
mod
see if
that
I
I
can
own?
get this
Hey, Mark,
closer.
Fee, how you doing? I lost all of my stuff when I had to get a new hard drive, so I have to rebuild my
I was gonna
collection
say
of pictures and
it better
backgrounds,
focus.
etc.
Yeah, I went through some old hard drives and found a bunch of pictures that I did not know I still owned.
I want to go through your computer and look at all your screenshots and pictures from vape conventions so I can point out people I know that I forgot about. And
You know,
I
most of
like
the
looking
I
at other
didn't.
people's pictures.
I gotta find that hard drive because that one, I don't know where it is. The one I found was like family pictures and stuff. So
Well, I like looking at those pictures too. Which reminds me,
that's fine.
we have a bag of pictures, and I'm sure there's some of them in there that Jennifer would like to have because they're of her family.
Yes, I found a bunch myself. So why does it keep going out of focus, man? By the time I go to hit autofocus, it already does. So
I
go
don't know.
figure. All right, let's take. I got the tool now. So here's the dreaded tool that I was missing so bad before.
And where did you find said tool?
Inside that drawer next to the bed. I don't know how it
Mhm.
got in there. I think it fell off of the table and the drawer was
Either that or you
open.
put it in the drawer so you wouldn't lose it.
Sounds like me. Let me put it somewhere so I can't find it so I don't lose it. Yeah, there
Yep.
you go.
I've lost so much stuff by putting it somewhere to keep it safe. It's not even funny. Dolores, it only sucks if you want it to. The way I see it is exes are someone else's problem, so it's way easier to be nice to them because you don't have to put up with their shit. You can just say, "Okay, I'm out. Have fun." I invited Katie's dad and his girlfriend to Thanksgiving for several years in a row, and my sister did the same thing for her ex-husbands, and my mother's husband thought that was very odd, but I don't care because they're going to leave and bye.
I did want to say, as far as the keto update goes, come on now. You should be
I'm gonna
happy.
keep growling. I'm happy for you, but I'm still gonna growl at you.
I'm down 30. He needs to eat more.
I mean, I need to eat more.
I don't know. That's what Patrick said.
I'm not depriving myself. I get what she's saying. If you don't eat, then your body is like, holy shit, she's starving me, and it holds
Right.
on to everything. But I'm not hungry. I eat when I'm hungry. I'm not.
You have to eat anyway, though. That's the whole thing.
I do eat. I have my bulletproof coffee in the morning, and I have my lunch meat and cheese or my little Atkins thing for lunch, and
I think
we
that's
usually
why I
eat
feel
something for
weird. I
dinner.
did not do that today. I really didn't have anything to eat. So that's my own fault.
I got a bag of pork rinds up here.
Yeah, well.
So finish what you were saying. You're down what?
I'm down 32 pounds now.
Mm-hmm.
So I started off at 263. I don't know what. I guess it's 32 pounds. I'm right around 226 now.
I think it's a band.
I haven't weighed it. I'm looking a bit thin. See, that's the problem, Dolores. You know, if I went by the BMI the way it's set up now, they're saying I should weigh 165.
He'd look like a stick figure.
There's no damn way.
Hey, Cobra.
165.
Well, the BMI is a skewed thing. That doesn't. Nobody goes by that because it's fucked up.
Yeah. Wow, that's in there tight, man. There we go. It puts the flat over there.
The scale is not showing that I'm losing much. I think I lost like 3 more pounds. But I can tell simply because I noticed that my bra straps the other day were like sitting like 3 inches off my shoulders, which is unusual because
Before I do
they don't
anything,
usually
I'm
hang
going
out
to
like that.
check and make sure that the ohms are showing up correctly.
Exactly, Dolores.
They
According
are.
to the BMI, I should weigh like 98 pounds. I haven't weighed 98 pounds since I
Look
was
at
in high
this.
school.
When is it going to focus? I mean,
I don't
hello,
know.
0.21. So it is working. Just wanted to make sure before I went any further with this. Now we got to soak this thing. Why is that light? It's just not doing what it's supposed to. Got to pre-soak the coil, man.
The green screen apparently likes this background because it's not wigging out.
Oh, yeah, that's a weird background. Okay.
I kind of like it. It's fractals. I dig it, man. Patrick has started doing low carb now and has already lost 8 pounds.
6 that I know of. I mean, he may
Well,
be
he
at 8.
said 306, or no, he said he was at 306 and he lost 6 pounds. But when he got on the scale this morning, it was at 298. So that's 8 pounds. Well,
That's
I'll just
awesome.
tighten them down, Dolores, but they hadn't loosened. So yeah. So I think it's just kind of melting and shifting around. I can tell that my pants fit different because I'm constantly pulling them up now.
I can't.
But it's not coming off as fast as I would prefer it to be, like somebody else, but somebody else isn't dealing with hormones. So
Hormones, huh?
well, look, okay, dudes that are wrestlers, right? They literally stop swallowing their spit before a match so they can make weight. Do you think in any scenario that if a woman just stopped swallowing her spit, she'd lose weight? No, no, she would not. But somehow it works for dudes. So,
Hold on a second.
no,
Jeez.
well, King Cobra, our sugar intake is pretty much nothing. But yeah, you feel like Bugs Bunny. I mean, celery is actually really good for you because that is the only food you can eat that burns more calories chewing it than you get in by eating the celery. So
There we go, I think.
he doesn't have moobs.
Boobs.
Yeah, he doesn't have moobs. He's never had moobs. He's got a nice chest.
This is
Not
not.
y'all really want to know, but he doesn't have moobs. His ass has completely disappeared though. Of course, that's because the particular pair of jeans he has are not his skinny jeans, so yeah. They're a little saggy in the booty, but I think it's because they're too big.
This is
Those
not
are the
fitting on here
straight cut
correctly.
Levi's.
There must be a notch. Oh, there's the notch. Okay. Where's the notch on this side? You gotta put the notch in here. There we go. Boom. It works. It works good when you do it the right way.
Well,
I did
me
not
and
know
him
there was
both gained 40 pounds since he's been here, which 40 pounds in 3 years, that's not too bad, but
in 3 years. What?
yeah.
40 pounds in 3. Oh, yeah. As far as gaining, yeah.
Yeah.
But I lost that much in 3 months. Well,
keep rubbing
2
it in.
months.
I'm gonna come down there and kick you in the shin.
Okay.
You fucking hate celery. I saw a meme the other day that said celery is for when you feel like eating, what did this say? Cold water with hair in it. It's pretty accurate. Celery is better if you put cream cheese or peanut butter on it, and then it's
I mean, I don't like just eating celery straight up. I mean, it's okay
celery
with
by
peanut butter
itself.
on it, but I like having it when I have hot wings. That's a good, especially if they're really hot.
If you really want to surprise your friends, cut up some rhubarb instead of celery and serve that to them, and surprise.
There we go. All full, ready to go.
I never tried that, Dolores. Cheese whiz on celery? Because I know wing sauce dipping the celery isn't good, and wing sauce.
We're set. We should be focusing, and then we're good to go. All right, we're gonna try this now. Hopefully, I like this juice. That's why I
See,
hate buying
in
store
my house,
juices and not
Cheese
knowing.
Whiz is reserved for Triscuits. So you can eat wicker furniture with
or
baked
spraying
cheese
the
on
cheese directly into mouth hole.
I've done that before too, but
I know
because
you
I can't eat Triscuits. You're not supposed to tell people that I squirt the Cheese Whiz directly into my mouth. That's rude. That is confidential information. That is privileged information, sir. You are not allowed to share that.
This seems off because the peach, I can't get the peach out of my mind. When you vape this, you taste the apple, right? But then it almost seems like the peach takes it over. It may change, so we'll give it a minute. But right now, it's like weird.
Peach is a very overpowering flavor, though. Raw rhubarb, well, that's scary, King Cobra, because my grandmother had rhubarb plants growing in our backyard, and we never actually ate it because if you take one bite, but we used to feed it to our friends. We were like, here, try this, and they'd take a bite and make that face and then spit it out. So,
all right,
none of us ever got
while
sick
this
from
breaks
eating it.
in, yeah, that background works better. I'm going to check the mail. I'll be right
Okay,
back.
maybe that's why I can eat like a rabid raccoon, because I know I've eaten food before that was it wasn't good. It was bad, and I think I've got like an iron stomach. Stomach virus has got nothing on me. I can handle it. Celery's evil tasting weed.
Can you hear the TV in the background?
No. Why are you watching that crappy reality television again? Yes, she is. So yeah, my son-in-law is making
Vector?
some changes. He's going to be getting a new job,
Hello?
and he started keto, and he quit smoking.
Can I have a fist bump? Hey,
Just
Vector.
playing with a robot. It's the leaves that are toxic. Well, I didn't eat the leaves. I mean, I'm not a psychopath. I'm not gonna just start gnawing on the plant in the backyard. We never actually ate it. We would just get our unsuspecting friends to try it because it was nasty. But every time we would go to Grandma's house, we would have to take a bite. But yeah, I've never
Vector
tried.
just
They're
gave
all
me a
saying
proper
hello
high
to
five.
you.
Oh, hi. Hey, Caitlin. Cloud Chucker. Hi, Dolores. Celery is just an evil tasting weed.
What?
King Cobra said celery is gross. I agree.
Yeah. I've never actually had a rhubarb pie.
Okay.
I don't know
so,
why my grandma had it growing in the back anyway.
Bad news, Shopkey. That's all that came. Bunch of mail.
Bunch of bills.
I
was gonna say the informed delivery thing didn't say that we had any
packages.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends. If it's priority, you'd see it, but if it's not, then it probably won't show up.
Well, they'd at least show up that you have mail here. You've got mail coming where there's no image or something like that. But
wait, it did say I have a package coming tomorrow. Because the other package I got coming is supposed to be UPS, so that must be Shopkeys. It's coming tomorrow.
How would you get notification when you didn't even know it was coming?
Because it still shows me if I have
Doesn't
a package.
show me.
Well, you didn't get on there. Yes, we get mail. You don't
We
get mail on
Saturdays. And the post office has a thing going on with Amazon, so the post office will deliver Amazon stuff on Sundays, which is
we get
weird,
stuff on
but yeah.
Sunday if it's from Amazon.
I guess it's for all those postal workers that want overtime. They're like, sure, I'll do the Amazon deliveries.
This is weird. I don't know. It's weird.
Is it good weird or bad weird?
I don't know yet. I mean, it's okay. It's probably not a juice. I'd be like, oh yeah, let me go buy some more. Let me go buy some more. It's just not.
I mean, I don't know why we
It
get
tastes
mail on
exactly like
Saturdays.
it
I
did
don't
on
think
my
anybody
hand, but
wants mail on a Saturday.
I know one thing. This is awful sweet, so it'll probably just destroy a coil.
I mean,
because-
everything that comes through the mail is just fucking junk mail and bills anyway.
What juice is that? This is Let me show it on the other camera because here's the box it comes in right here. Sweet and sour apple peach sour from Los Angeles, California. 260 mils. There's the warning. Hey.
Well, Dolores, that looks like a job for you. He needs a Burrow RBA for his Pulse AIO, but it must be under $50.
A bro. Oh, I need some Burrow RBA for my Pulse, but it must be under 50. Ooh. Ooh, the 520
anybody can
tank
find
I
it,
don't
Dolores
think is under $50, especially after shipping and stuff. I think it's like 45 for the 520, which is an excellent RBA for the Pulse, but I think it would cost you over 50. I mean, I'm guessing though that the price on that's going to come down because when it's new, you know, it's a railroad retirement. There you go, Breeze. Dolores, you mean 3F Vape already has the 520 tank? Wait a minute. Authentic. Oh, that's the regular vessel. That comes with it, Dolores. Yeah, that's the one that comes with the Pulse. You don't want to buy another vessel. There's a lot of SKX ones in China. Yeah. I just know how good the 520 tank is. I thoroughly enjoy that. I actually vape it more in this than I do the Pulse. But, you know, I'm not saying everybody needs to go out and get the, I was going to call it a chupacabra. The chupacabra.
That's something entirely different. I don't know. I don't think they make a chupacabra tank.
Cthulhu, not the chupacabra. Let's see what Dolores has got now. Yeah, I know. I don't. There you go. Sold out. $46.99. That would be under 50, Harry. See, the problem is they sell out so fast of the 520, even China. Yeah, Harry, if you haven't seen it, let me try to give you an example, kind of, sort of the 520 tank. Because I want you to know what you're getting. So I can show you the 520 tank, but this robot needs to move out of my way. So it comes in this little case right here, right? So it has 6 different airflow adapters. So no matter what airflow you want, that metal piece don't come with it, by the way. No matter what airflow you want, you can get out of there. It also has the little adapters so that you can screw it onto this and then use a 510 to check the ohms and everything. It has an adapter for the Nautilus coils. This is an adapter so that you can use the Vupu PNP coils. So you can throw those in there if you want. The seals on this are absolutely fantastic. I haven't had any issues out of the 520 tank. Not one issue. I got 2 of them. So there's one, there's another one right there. I got 2 of these because I like it that much. As far as in the little AIO devices. So inside this one is the 520 tank right there. And it's got the little Cthulhu symbol on here. But yeah, really easy to fill right there. You don't even have to take the tank out. Pop this lid open, fill it up, close it back up, and shut your cover. The Voltrove? Yeah, the only Voltrove I have, Kevin, is that giant 42 millimeter one. I did see the new one. I just don't know if I want it. I hate that I missed out on Vector. Stay at home, dude. I hate that I missed out on the Fatality 30 millimeter. But knowing QP Design, they'll probably roll another run of them before too long, and I'll be able to get one then. Silver isn't sold out. Well, there you go.
Hey,
I was just went straight there.
you have a box approximately this size down there?
Yeah, probably.
Because this one, I don't know why it's gotten wet and
Is that
it's falling
flavoring?
apart. Huh?
Is that flavoring?
Yes.
Oh, that's not good. That means the flavoring's leaking.
I don't see anything leaking in here. Well, the
Jay
side of the box
Hayes
is
loved
torn,
the
but
Voltrove. That
other
says a
side
lot
is
because he
damp.
puts a lot of stuff down. That's surprising, to be honest. I mean, I got the big giant Voltrove. It's great for what it is, but it takes a butt ton of juice. It's way too big for almost every mod I own. And it makes whatever mod you have really heavy. So, I mean, if you like to vape at home a lot and you use a dedicated mod for your desk or whatever at home, then it's probably fine for you. But I wouldn't use that as a carry around mod.
Oh, he said that was
tank.
sarcasm.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Tetley. See, I take you for your word when you say it. Jay Hayes loved his. I was like, that's surprising. Oh, the Voltrove. Y'all talking about the little burrow tank that's Voltrove. That's really expensive. I saw it. It looks cool, but I don't see it being any better than the 520 tank. I mean, if you try something and you like it and you know it's good, why even look for something else? I mean, I know you're always trying to get the bigger, better device with better flavor, but the 520 just works for me, man. I got one in a Pulse
an entire pork
and
rind.
one in let me see if this is the Pulse I have it in. Yeah, there we go. I kid you not.
It has just disappeared into nowhere.
Here's my Pulse right here, the blue one. 520 tank right there, which is not showing very well. Too much light. There we go. 520.
I don't know if it was maybe a bottle that got put in there and the cap wasn't on tight and the cardboard just leached all of it out. But none of the bottles are wet in the box. Just the side is damp. There's no actual like wet spot, like a ring under a bottle or something. So I don't know.
I'm wondering. Hello, Neil. How you doing? I'm
But I
wondering
need a
anybody in
replacement
chat like Tetley
box.
or Timekeeper or any of those guys that picked up Xbox or PlayStation. Did you pick up Elden Ring? We have been deep into that game. Deep into that game. I'm level like 155 now. I don't even know. It's too high.
You're level 205. Shut up.
I'm level 205? Oh, okay. $140, $142. Kevin, that's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah. I don't know if I'd pay that much for something like that. Just can't do it. I mean,
I would not.
Well, it's the same. You know, a lot of people pay high amounts of money for like a purge mod. It's a tube.
Yeah, but we're not talking about the mod. We're talking about the tank that goes.
I have not done the new season scoreboard, Tetley. I'm only like 10 or 11 levels into the new scoreboard, but I can catch up fast. They're going to do a double score weekend. That's when I'll go in there and just blow it out. I'll catch up, I think. The King Mech. I don't know about the King. I do have the King Cloud Chucker. It's actually a decent mech mod. Where's my Keen at? Hold on, I gotta do some searching to find that mod, apparently.
Hetley said it's double score this week.
Oh, it is? Okay, cool. I need to get started then.
Yeah, I think I might play after the show. That way I can. I don't know. That game gets my blood pumping and gets my blood pressure up right before bed.
Wait, is this it?
I actually rage quit the other morning. Pulled my headset off, threw the whole thing at the foot of the bed and said, fuck it, I
This
quit.
is not it.
And then picked it up 10 minutes later.
Wait, here it is. Good Lord, man.
At least I don't get murdered constantly and fucking
Now,
fall
the
out.
Keen I got, I believe, is copper. Yeah, I think this one's copper. So this is well patinaed at this point.
Doesn't get any
Normally
easier,
this looks
Jeff.
like gold, but it doesn't. Come on, focus in.
That game is hard.
There we go. I like the way that they put these indentions on the button. A lot of these mech mods that have the round, smooth button, when you fire them a few times, they turn and get loose. This one does not do that. Now, you see me opening the threading, you see how much more shiny it is inside here. I don't know if the camera does it justice. This looks like a brand new copper penny. This does not. This is a magnetic throw switch, I do believe, in here. It has an insulator tube in there for your 21700. This is a hybrid mod, but yeah, this is 801. Serial number 801. But yeah, this thing fires hard, man. I got copper just for that reason. I mean, besides buying a solid silver mod, this is about the best you're going to get as far as conductivity goes. Anything that's got a weird metal in it or something like that. Like this one is the same, but I believe they coat this with something so that it doesn't patina. This one did not have that coating on there, so it needs to be polished, which I do need to go buy some more polish. This feels like it has a battery in it. I'm going to feel so dumb if it does.
Skyrim is awesome. King
No,
Cobra.
this is just really heavy. Oh my God. This thing weighs a ton.
And I like that they support mods on on Skyrim.
Oh, that's squeaking so loud.
After I beat the game, I went and downloaded the mod that's got the room that you can go in.
Now,
that's
this is
got
the Vapors
every item in
Cloud
the game.
mod, guys. I think this was called the X or Triple X or something. That's why it looks like
You're
this.
just talking over me. I was
Sorry.
saying something.
Yeah, there we go.
Mhm.
Triple X. Watch when I screw this back together. I'm going to do it near the microphone. I hope I don't kill y'all's ears. Let me see if I can get this to start screwing.
Oh, that's awful.
That's what I'm
Squeaking.
hearing. I wanted y'all to hear it. That's what it sounds like.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna make more Nilla nuts, and then this time, Steve got this flavor called Honey Puff cereal that smells so freaking good. It's ridiculous, and I don't know if that's because of the lack of carbs. So anything that smells like it has carbs, I immediately want it. But I want to put some of the Honey Puff cereal in my Nilla nuts. So what do you think? Should I reduce the hazelnut and add just a little bit of the
do
Honey
this.
Puffs?
First thing you do is go look up that particular flavor on e-liquid recipes and see what the recommended percentage is, because some are strong and some are weak, and see
Exactly. I can call them puffy nuts.
and then once you see what the recommended is, then you look at the other ingredients of Nilla nuts and you adjust accordingly. Yeah, Elden Ring for me has been awesome. I'm basically at the end of the game. I just can't figure out how to get to the last boss.
I can't
Ragnar,
read who makes this. It's the one with the 3 colorful dots on here.
1-on-1. Oh,
Okay,
1-on-1.
there we go.
Reduce the custard. Yeah, you could bring down the vanilla custard some because it'll give you a little room to work with. But I mean the custard, it depends on how much of that custard taste you want, as opposed to, I mean, literally the hazelnut's what you're trying to get out of the vanilla nuts anyway. So, and the vanilla just smooths it all out along with the ice cream. But
So where would I find a recommended percentage?
you put in
How can
that
you-
flavor, honey, blah blah blah,
What do you mean?
honey puffs
Just
or
put
whatever.
in that flavor. Where do I put in a flavor? I don't see anywhere to do that.
If you went to create a recipe and you put honey puffs and it comes up and says 000, which is 1-on-1, you click on that and then it'll tell you the where you can buy it, the recommended percentage, all that stuff.
They recommend 2%.
They recommend 2%.
Well, hold on a second.
So
What size bottle is this again? 120?
yeah, well, you can get 126 in there. 120 is at the top of the rim where it starts to curve.
Okay, well, that's usually where I stop pouring.
So do it at 120. 3% actually is probably about right. I would just stick with the 3%.
3%.
Yeah.
I mean, because really, even if it comes out horrible, I'm gonna fucking vape it anyway. Because who are we kidding?
Yeah.
Right. All right.
So what happened to the pie crust? She's vaping.
It's gone. I vaped it. Vaped
She
the shit out
vaped
of
it
it.
all,
Whole bottle's
Dolores.
gone.
I didn't really get
I
the
ran
pie
out
crust,
yesterday.
but she vaped all of it. Every last
It needed
drop.
more pie crust.
More pie crust. Oh, in other news,
Yes, but when somebody ordered a bunch of flavors, Timekeeper, they did not go in and update the stash. So in order for me to do that, I have to go through the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes that we now have because nobody left things where I put them and re-update the stash. I don't know who that could have been.
I have no idea. What was I going to say? Oh, speaking of the G class and the SL class, I now own both of those. Me and Jazzy worked out a deal.
You told them that last week.
I did?
You did.
I'm old. Cut me some slack. I didn't know I knew it last week. Well, now
Yes, you did. You knew it last week.
I didn't know, but now I know. Scuba quickly changes the subject. That's right,
He
Demon
does.
Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta learn
He's
how to
good at
roll with
that.
the punches, man. Roll with it. Deflect. Stop messing with Munchkin shit. Hey, I added to the flavorings.
No, you bought flavorings. You didn't add anything to the flavorings.
Then we wouldn't have to update the stash if I didn't add anything.
No, what I mean is you bought flavorings, but you didn't add it to the list. And now all the boxes are mixed up. So I don't know. Okay, all this stuff right here is new. So you
Yeah.
add them when they come in. The one thing I have a problem with is updating it when I'm out of something.
Oh.
I don't know what correct vape is, but I'm sorry they're closing down.
We need a juice rack to
I
hold
don't
all the
think there-
juices.
I don't
Yeah.
think there's a rack big enough. Now, when we get our house, which things have changed a little bit, so I'm feeling a little bit more optimistic than I was before. But the prices are fucking ridiculous. So I think we had this discussion last week. So
Well,
I'm willing to wait for things to calm the fuck down before we start looking again.
I mean, a juice
Wait
rack.
for all these people to realize they're underwater now and they can't afford the house they just bought, so they're gonna sell it. Yeah, that's what I'm coming after.
A juice rack for some of the flavors would work, but like some of those bottles, like the vanilla custard I got, is a 32-ounce bottle.
Yeah.
So is the hazelnut, the vanilla bean ice cream. Those are all 32-ounce, but
Well,
they're
I
big.
copied Pammy's rack, right, and got a nail polish rack, but that would only hold max 60 ml bottles. I had to put the 120s on the top, which I had more than would fit. So now that's in the kitchen, and now that holds all of our coffee pots.
Oh, that's what that is.
That is what that is. That is my old juice rack.
Dolores has a link. She's like, I got this, man. I got this.
Of course, Dolores has a link. I think Dolores has spent more of my money than you have lately.
What's up, Mick? Hey, at least it's earlier for you now, Mick.
Yeah, it looks like you could probably hang those on a wall too for the bigger bottles.
I think they're
All
only
you need
4
is some
hours
hooks.
ahead of us now. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's only midnight or 12:46 where you're at, Mick.
I'd have to go on
If
the
I'm
wall. We
right.
don't have the counter space. No, it's fine.
Did you have a birthday 9 days ago, John Q?
Who would have ever guessed?
Croc Vape are closing down. Carl, it wouldn't surprise me because a lot of companies are shutting down. They're worried about these bills that keep getting introduced to Congress, so they're going to have to. I don't know what they're going to do. So I haven't even read any new news on that omnibus bill. Do you know anything? I don't keep up with that stuff.
No. Well, okay. So here's the thing: is the bill didn't ban it. The bill gave the FDA control over it, like they have with regular nicotine. So now the synthetic falls under the same. So all that did, because the people were using synthetic nicotine to get around. They were using it as a loophole to say, well, synthetic nicotine doesn't fall under the FDA's regulations, which, to be quite honest with you, wasn't going to fucking work anyway, because the juice is regulated even if it doesn't have nicotine. So how did they figure by using synthetic they were going to get around something? They were trying to get around the PMTAs and all that, right? So all the bill does is give the FDA authority over synthetic nicotine as well. So essentially nothing has changed, because the people that were using synthetic to try to get around the FDA, that was wishful thinking. That was like, cross your fingers. It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. That wasn't going to work anyway. And now it's definitely not going to work.
I can't go to the UK, Mick, because then I might start saying stuff like schedule or H2O.
Yeah, that one drives me crazy. Yeah. Or veg.
Why do y'all?
Veg.
Where's
I ordered
the
a plate of
H's coming
veg.
from?
It's vegetables. Y'all pick weird shit to shorten. We call them veggies. We don't, at least we don't order a plate of veg. Yeah. Well, that's like, yeah, it's, yeah.
All white, mate.
Vitamins, yeah.
Vitamins, yeah. I haven't heard
Nothing's
Mick
wrong
say
with
he's going to take
fruit,
his
but
vitamins.
they're vegetables or veggies. Veg is weird. It just sounds odd to us. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm sure there's shit we say that sounds odd to y'all too. But fruit and veg, I can automatically tell. I like this thing on Reddit. It's called "Am I the Asshole?" because I'm a perfect judge on whether someone's an asshole or not. So I love that thread, and I can always tell who's from the UK by what they call vegetables. Or if they say they were queued up, automatically you're not from here, because we stand in line. We don't queue.
You
well,
say,
lots of people.
you say herbs instead of
Yeah.
herbs? Wow.
We
Okay.
could go down the aluminium route. Yeah, the word that they added extra fucking letters to. Yeah.
Munchkin herbs.
Fruit and veg. See, I think that a lot of guys call their junk fruit and veg. You know, I don't, which is weird in itself, but I've
So,
heard that before.
all right. Let me ask
I
y'all's
wasn't. I didn't know
opinion.
Canadians said that,
Or
but
wait,
you know,
I could do it. I could do this.
I mean, we say y'all. People in our own country fuck with us for saying y'all, and it's a contraction. It means you all. It is a fucking word, regardless of, irregardless. There's that one's for Peanut of what people have to say about it. Y'all is a word.
Oh, I can't do it.
The UK is thinking they need to export as many additional vowels as they can. They're going to use all of them, all at once. Wait, your balls only have one name? There's two of them. Are they not individuals? I named my boobs after some of Tom's friends. Y'all remember Tom? Well, I don't even remember his screen name right now. What was Tom's screen name? Dear?
What? Tom's scream name?
Yeah. My mind has gone completely blank.
Spigo.
Spigo, yes. You know, and I forgot where I was going with that. Yeah. They're
Why is
named
my
after
phone
two
going
Spigo's
nuts?
friends, and I forgot their names. So, okay, Yins is specifically for Pennsylvania. Okay, and it's either Yins or Yuns. And chillins, we all have. Well, we don't all have chillins, but we know what chillins are. I've got 3 of them. I don't call them crawdads. I call them crayfish. But yeah, crawdads is a very localized thing. I don't call them crawdads. It's weird to me that people eat them because, like, up near my grandma's house in New York, you're a dick.
What?
They live in puddles. Why would you want to eat something that lives in a puddle? I'm gonna vote on this. Yes, you should. All right, whoever voted no, I'm writing you off my Christmas list.
My son crashed his RC car.
What? Because he didn't think you did a good enough job when you crashed into a pole when you
Apparently,
were there.
Wow. Let's see here.
Prawns.
Let's see how bad this looks.
See, I've seen some really giant fucking shrimp that they call prawns. I've never seen them here. I've only seen them on the internet. Give me one of them big motherfuckers with a thing of.
And he got
cocktail
into this
sauce?
because I
Down.
had one of these, and it looks like he hit this tire. Now, this thing will do 60 miles an hour. This does not go slow by any means.
No, you crashed it into a pole.
Yeah, he said this is right before the crash. I don't know why he likes riding it without the cover on it, but he does. You can see the back tires.
Didn't he have to restart that thing several times? And
yeah, because it wasn't warmed up.
To it.
I don't know why it dinged like 8 times and he only sent me 3 messages. Ding,
because
ding,
it dings twice for every message you get. That's why you get annoyed, because it's annoying.
We need a recount?
Yeah, it's because I told him I was writing them off my Christmas list.
Hello,
now, okay, here's the thing, is I said that I wasn't going to have a cheat day until I got halfway to my goal. My halfway goal was 20 pounds. So far, I'm at, 13, and he's at 31. So how are we supposed to go out to dinner where he gets to have a cheat day? And what am I? You cannot go to a restaurant and eat keto. It's impossible. I'm like, just give me a salad. Just give me a bowl of fucking iceberg lettuce.
That's not what a cheat day is. That's the whole purpose. If I go, I'm going to eat whatever the hell I want.
Exactly. So how are we going to go out to dinner and you get a cheat day and I don't? What am I going to just sit there and drink ice water while I
You-
watch you eat?
Hurry up and lose weight.
I'm not going
You-
to do that.
You can't bitch
Hey,
about
Roger.
Steve being able to have a cheat day and you not. That's not fair.
Salad and grilled chicken. Yeah, but Dolores, the salads, I mean, I could have a salad. But if I'm going to go out to dinner and pay for food, I want food. I want good food. I don't want to
Well,
pay
all right. This is the thing.
$10 for a salad with no croutons.
Maybe
you know,
you're
and
on a
I just, you know.
plateau and you need to have a cheat day. I don't think that you would damage yourself that bad for having one cheat day.
Well, I mean, I certainly can't get any fatter from having a cheat day, but if we go to Texas Roadhouse, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm just going to tell them as soon as we walk in, keep the rolls coming. Matter of fact, I don't want to order anything. I'm going to order a big drink and eat my weight in the rolls because they're delicious. And there go my bra straps again. Eat 5 steaks. I'm not paying for 5 steaks. Do you
Why
know
is
how
your bra
expensive
straps
that
falling
is?
off? Are you losing weight?
Well, that's what I said earlier, but you don't listen when I talk. I said the scale doesn't show it, but when I was sitting down at work, I noticed that my bra straps are like sitting like 2 inches off my shoulders. So it's like melting and just moving around.
It's getting
See,
ready
Dolores-
to. It's just going to keep going down.
Here's another problem, okay? I'm picky as hell, and most grilled veggies are shit I don't like. When you ask for grilled veggies, you get onions and peppers, which are fucking disgusting. So
Yeah, Munchkin does not like onions or peppers.
no,
So
just count them out. So like a lot of the keto recipes, a lot of them have onions and peppers as one of the main ingredients. So that just cuts all of that out for me. So I'm
know-
not going to go to a restaurant and watch him enjoy himself when I can't.
well,
'cause
I damn
call
sure
bullshit.
wouldn't
That's
go.
not-
Hey, let's go to Texas Roadhouse and you watch me eat all this delicious food. I wouldn't do that.
Right. And I'm going to tell you what, if we go and have a cheat day with Mexican, I'm not going to Juan's. I want a burrito the size of my head from Moe's. Because I can't get a burrito like that at Juan's.
And you can't get one like that at Moe's either, from what I saw. Well,
Well, I
maybe the
mean, they've
one
gotten
that
smaller. They
Katie
used to be a little
ordered. I don't. Where'd you get that big?
I like the
gigantic
way you
burrito?
think late night, even though it is completely incorrect because I sit at a desk for 9 hours a day. There is no muscle.
Okay, Katie.
I mean,
don't-
I can move some fucking furniture. Don't, because I'm female. We're
I
all
don't know.
born
Patrick had it. It was like a
the
freaking
ability
5-pound burrito or something. It was like
move
a 10.
furniture at the drop of a hat as long as a man isn't looking. See, that's true. I'm not overweight.
Uh-huh.
I'm under tall. I can't have rice though. So I like rice in my burritos. I can't have that.
She said go to Chihuahuas. They don't have peppers and stuff in the burritos, and it's a big burrito.
Chihuahuas?
I think.
Like,
Yeah.
give me a big ass burrito.
And it's bigger than Moe's and has cheese and sour cream and stuff like that. So we need
Yeah,
to go
full moon.
Chihuahuas.
The only onions I will eat are the French's French fried onions that go in.
Ooh.
Well, I can have tacos.
I'll be
except
like,
for
hey,
even
make
the
it
corn
strong anyway.
tortillas.
I know Katie and Patrick.
I'm not that short. My feet reach the ground. It's true.
You know
You know
what
what?
still bugs me to
RS, somebody,
this day?
I met one of my agents for the first time the other day, and she's actually shorter than me. And that was the one thing that I commented on after she left was she's shorter than I am. That doesn't happen
Wow.
except for like
Yeah.
children and my Filipino coworkers, even though their legs are still longer than mine somehow.
Well, two things I were going to say. I don't usually vape Mick mods, but I do like the ones that Mick has. I think those things look awesome. So you made some good choices on those Mick mods, Mick. I like those. And number two, something that still bugs me to this day is how the hell did RS eat that hot chip
Without
And-
batting an eye?
and not even bat an eye?
Because he's a beast, man.
I have
Beast
two
man.
of them upstairs, and I still want to get Patrick to try one of them. I know. Well, it don't take much, but
See, I would replace the onions and peppers with black olives and feta cheese, and then we'd be good to go.
that's funny. I like that nickname. That just the Z tank.
No, my feet do not touch the ground in a chair. Well, but my feet are okay.
I just want to bring up
I'm
the
sitting on the
fact.
edge of my chair, and only my tiptoes are hitting the ground. So
Scuba said that he has 2 of those hot chips upstairs.
he does.
I don't know if any of you saw his previous broadcast where I ate the hot chip.
You did.
I did.
Mm-hmm. See, okay, we're at 52% say that you should wait.
Well, that means 48% said I shouldn't.
Yeah, but majority rules, motherfucker.
The
Just
poll
saying.
is still running. We have an hour.
And it better stay at 52%.
Y'all better vote no so I can cheat. We're gonna have a cheat day anyway, so this poll is redundant.
She did get down on her knee.
I've been eating
Which
hot
is
stuff all my life.
still
Well,
weird to me,
RS, I
Breeze,
have
but,
too.
yeah.
Now, technically, not as hot. I have
I
never
am
had
short,
pure
Breeze.
capsaicin crystals.
But thank you.
so
I love you, Breeze.
that right there
I'm
could
short.
really throw a stick in the works right there.
See, I can't see my collarbones yet unless I like move specifically. Yeah. You were confused on the poll.
Do another poll.
It's not necessarily considered cheating, King Cobra. He's pretty much reached his goal. Okay. He's reached his goal. Yeah, I mean 5'2". We're what, like 3 inches away from technically be considered a midget.
So that poll wasn't about adultery. Oh my god.
No, the poll was not about adultery. It's whether he should get to eat carbs.
Yes,
Or
I
not.
thought that y'all would understand that. Yeah, I've seen
Did you really think he'd put up a poll? Should I cheat on Munchkin? Do you think he'd still be alive if that's what the poll was about? Honestly, because no, he would not be. I would kill him where he sits.
isn't that special?
2 inches over dwarf, exactly. Except we have all of our limbs are proportional. He got to understand what it was like to be a short person when he pulled up to the ATM. It was like, I can't reach that. And I'm like, welcome to my fucking world. I can't reach anything. Now you know how it feels.
Oh my god, yeah, we pulled up to an ATM at the bank.
Fuck off, John Q.
It's a drive-through ATM that's made for SUVs because the freaking thing was like 2 feet above the car. I'm like, seriously? There's no way you could reach to put your card in there unless you got out of the window, which I was like, screw it, I'll just pull up and open the door. It was ridiculous. I've never seen an ATM that high, man. That was nuts.
You know, I don't think religion is that touchy of a subject anymore, Tetley. I think politics is definitely the one that'll get people riled up. I mean, the way I see it is you're entitled to whatever sky god you feel closer to.
I think that the peach overpowers the apple in this juice now that it's broke in.
They all have the same basic tenet. Don't be a dick. As long as we
The
follow
peach
that rule,
definitely-
we'll all be good, right?
So
You
this
should
is
go out and do your cheat day in private. Yeah, well, I mean, Katie and him, Katie's the only one. Katie and the kids are the only ones that can eat carbs willingly. So they could just stuff their face during the day, and nobody would be the wiser.
So if you haven't seen this, Mick, this is the juice I'm vaping. Apple peach sour. It's from Los Angeles, California. Finest sweet and sour. You can definitely taste the apple and the peach, but the peach is overpowering the apple. No question. You get the apple on the inhale, and then before you even start to exhale, the peach just starts ramping up. Just go hit a buffet. You know, John Q, that's not a bad idea. We do have an excellent Korean buffet, Chinese buffet, something.
Chinese, only if they have the coconut shrimp, because that shit is fucking delicious.
The coconut shrimp.
But
is
remember,
really good.
they only serve that at dinner time, which why? Just make it. I'll eat all of it. I will not let it go to waste.
I don't like filling up on like noodles and all that type of stuff when I go there. So they look at me and like, oh, he gonna get a lot of meat. Yeah, he is. Because I don't fill up on all the fillers they give you, bread and rice and all that and noodles, and I like eating the
I
meat.
don't think so.
So it depends. I mean, I'll leave it up to you if we're going. You know, of course, yeah, I can have steak on keto, but the other
There
stuff
is
that you can
no
get-
good without evil. There is no lightness without dark. Evil is necessary, unfortunately.
Well, there you go.
Just follow the main thing of all religions. Don't be a dick. It's not that hard. I mean, actually, it can get kind of hard sometimes because some people just.
How did we forget Korean
Push,
barbecue is awesome? A random moment to come, and Scuba saying he loves meat.
Yeah. Roger, make sure you write
I'm
that
looking
down.
much more. Well, thank you, Tetley. I appreciate that. I just wanted to get light enough. You know that flight training is coming up pretty soon, the end of next month. So I have what, a month and a half before it's time to
King
go.
Cobra says, I love Chinese, but I can't eat a whole one, though. Well, they're tiny. Why not? All right.
I'm good, Mr. Crispers. Yeah, we still need to book the flight, rental car, hotel, all that when we get down there. What's up, Joey? But yeah, all that, you know, I plan on getting a
No,
package
we're not
deal.
booking when we get down there. We need to book before we leave.
I know that. This is my only concern, right? Usually if we're going to fly, it's early morning or sunset. So if he requires me to be there early morning and we have to drive 40 miles to get there, that means we got to get up really early morning.
You
to be
gotta
able to
get
get-
up really early morning.
What are you going to do? Sleep on the way?
I'll sleep in the hotel. What?
Oh, you're going, oh,
You gonna make me go on vacation and get up at the crack of fucking dawn? That's
it's
rude.
required. You are the camera holder person. If I don't
I'm wondering
film
when
it,
I'm gonna get a vacation that suits me,
we do need to
where
do
I
that.
can
Well,
lay
hey,
around and
Jeff
do
still
nothing.
owes you a vacation, so I still want you to go on a cruise because you've never been on one, which is weird. But
The only thing I'm looking forward to on a cruise is the food. I'm not
think
excited
the
about the amount of
cruise-
people.
the
And I've
cruise can
heard
wait
that
until
there's
all
lots
this
of people.
COVID stuff dies down because
Well, I mean, even aside from COVID, the fucking norovirus runs rampant on cruise ships. I don't want to spend my entire cruise cooped up in my cabin with diarrhea in a bathroom the size of a closet.
Lillian.
where is it? Where's where we're going? It's in Louisiana.
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 Well, hopefully he won't crash.
Spring Hill, Louisiana.
You don't really see a lot of people that crash. They either don't get off the ground or they don't land as well as they should, but technically it's not a crash.
Well, I mean,
Usually the people that crash are doing something stupid trying to show
exactly.
off.
It's user error 99% of the time. I mean, there's a few instances.
Kind of like the same
where-
people that fucking vent their batteries. It's because they're being stupid and they're showing off
There you
and
go.
pushing shit beyond their limits.
There you go. A lot of them guys like showing off because they get a crowd watching them, and then they start showing off, and then boom. Is that Ohio? Was what Ohio?
He's not going to Ohio, Cloud Chucker.
Yeah, I'm not going. Trust me, I'm not going to Ohio. Spring Hill,
He's
Louisiana.
banned from the state of Ohio. You're thinking Springfield. This is not Springfield.
There's also a Spring Hill in Tennessee because I used to live there. That's where they built the Saturn car. That town was literally a one red light, two school town. It had an elementary school and a high school and one grocery store. That's it. Now it's like a freaking shopping mall extravaganza, Las Vegas Strip up there because of the Saturn plant.
No, he should not. You shut your mouth.
Damn, John Q. You don't do stuff like that, especially when you first start
You
flying.
shouldn't do stuff like that when you've been flying. That's stupid.
The other good news is my mother's house sold. My mom passed away, and I really didn't think our house was going to sell because it was in
Well,
bad
it would
shape.
have if y'all put it on the market like 3 years ago.
Well,
Just
no.
saying.
Either way, in the kitchen, because that house was built in the 60s, like 67 maybe. The washer and dryer was in the kitchen, not far from the sink. So
Right.
the floor was getting rotted right there where the washer was. So that needed to be repaired. The wiring is still the original wiring in there. I did have the
Well,
fuse
okay,
box
if it's
changed.
not aluminum, then it doesn't matter. Aluminum wiring is the only one that's an issue.
No, man, that house
Not
probably
sure
still has
yet.
asbestos freaking sheetrock in there.
Yeah,
It's that
not
old.
sure yet because a conservator, or not a conservator, an administrator is selling it. So the amount he was given, they're not sure if that number is after the administrator gets their cut or what.
Either
But
way,
it's
I'll
essentially
probably
gonna
be
enough
getting
to
some
provide
money, and
money
that
for
money
a
will
car and
either,
a down payment on a house.
yeah, I could either get a car, down payment on a house, or a paramotor. Which I still don't want to make a definite decision on a paramotor until I do it myself. I mean, why think about investing in something until
Hi, Dumb
you
Long.
know that's what you want to do? Dom Long, what's up? It's just not something that I'm like, oh yeah, I know I'm going to do that for sure. I like it, but I don't know if I'm going to love it. And then again, I also need to make sure that there's a place to fly around here. There's so
Okay,
many
even
freaking
if you do love it,
naval
there is
bases.
still something called wise spending and a good use of your money and investing into your future.
That's right,
yeah,
Wally. Who needs
he
a
can
damn
just
car?
fly around the city and
You could.
fly to the grocery store.
You could do that too.
Exactly.
Down payment
And that
on a
wouldn't even
house.
be all of it. I'm not trying to take all of it. You know what I mean? We've got to set the whole thing aside. But because here's the situation, right? Is we could either do a VHDA grant, which would pay our down payment for us. It would give us 3%. However, both of us together make too much money to qualify for that. If I do it by myself, I'm just under the amount that I would qualify for that VHDA grant, right? But if we did it together, we could qualify for much more. So my obviously I'm not going to be one of those idiots that goes out and just buys whatever the bank says I can qualify for, because I don't want to spend more than I'm paying now. But they're not bigly, not bigly. I've seen them. It's not, when you're talking 30 years, it's not that big of a deal. Most people aren't even going to fucking notice the difference in their payment. But, and here's the thing, even if the rates go up, it's still better than paying $100 grand more for a house than it's fucking worth. You know what I mean? I'm not going to pay $300,000 for a house that was worth 200 last year just because of a ridiculously inflated. It's not going to be 8%. 8% maybe if you're BC or CD credit, maybe. But if you've got AB credit, if you've got good credit, you're not going to see 8%. That would not happen. All right, what am I at? I need 3.73 grams of nicotine. I can do that. Forgot to look more into that. Oh, I'm fucking cheap, Kevin. I ain't gonna lie
Do you
about
see
that.
the poll changed, babe? Just, babe. No, 55%. Hello? Hello?
I mean, the gas isn't $5 here. The highest price I saw today was 409, but we did
I saw
pass a gas station
415.
this morning that said 339. So I don't know if they just forgot to update their sign. But the lady that I was talking to, who is a city bus driver, said that she'd noticed that the gas prices are starting to go down again.
Whatever I can get, John Q. I technically, if I buy another car for myself, it's probably going to be a SUV. I don't like little cars because you can't put anything in there. And I would be mad if I went to go buy a TV or something and it wouldn't fit in the car. So I want at least an SUV where I could, yeah, that TV will fit. 80-inch, no problem. Yeah, I like that. So I'll probably get an SUV, even though that, yes, they're worse on gas, but the newer ones are
Those
a lot
electric
better.
cars, my boss is looking into a Tesla. You can get a fully loaded Tesla for less than you can get a fucking pickup truck for. So,
A brand new pickup truck are expensive.
well,
But
yeah,
not
I mean,
used.
yeah, there's some that's the fucking house right there.
$539.
100
Damn,
grand for a
DeMillan.
fucking truck.
$539 for DeMillan.
Damn. Well, shit, Chunk was saying they're paying the equivalent in the UK where he's at, the equivalent of $9 a gallon. Now, I realize there's a difference between here and the UK. Most people in the UK don't have an hour commute to work, right?
Yeah.
But still.
I have enough, Breeze. I was just using TV as an example.
Yeah, right. He doesn't need another TV.
I do have a few TVs, yes.
Not anymore, Tiger. Maybe 2 years ago, but I don't. What is strange is I don't know what happened. When COVID hit, everybody was like, oh, yeah, the market's going to fucking tank, right? No, it fucking hasn't. It has just been steady for the whole 2 years. And I mean steady, busy. It's not even comfortably steady. I don't get to sit around and surf Facebook for an hour. It's fucking ridiculous. So it's not slowing down. And it's like, you've got one segment of the population that are flat broke because they can't go to work, for whether it's closed or just because businesses have cut payroll because they're not making as much money. So they've eliminated half their workforce. And then you've got the other half that apparently has just money flying out of their fucking ass. And they're just buying everything. I mean, I closed today on a house that was over $500,000 and it's their second home.
Is it like their vacation home?
They have no intention of occupying this property, and it was
Good
over
night.
$500,000 on the water. It's got a shower.
At least you come and tell
got
me
an
good night,
outdoor
not like
shower.
Hallie.
Good night.
This hug is for you, Anson.
Okay, Hallie gave me a hug for you and me.
No, that don't work like that.
Yeah, well, that's what she said. This hug is for you and Steve. Good night.
She gets coal for birthday.
Oh, I still feel the prices go up. Yes, please. I still don't know what
160.
that
Wait,
means, but-
1.67.9. $1.67. So that's 762 per gallon. So 762 pounds.
11.27 for diesel. Yeah.
Is like $9 a gallon here. But that, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I think gas has
That's a
always
lot.
been more expensive in the UK. But like I said, they don't have, like, I mean, if you drive an hour in the UK, you're in a different fucking country. I mean, I mean, my commute to work before I started working in Williamsburg, it took me an hour to get there. I mean, now it's 22 minutes, but
You know, Breeze, jukebox would be a great idea until you realize my computer and the speakers I got are a jukebox. I don't need a jukebox. That
We
would be a
thought
waste of
about
money.
that, Wally, but here's the problem with the tiny house and off the grid. Scuba is beholden to his internet speeds and his electricity. Not to mention, I don't want a septic tank. So if we move out in the middle of nowhere and get the land we want with no neighbors, we're gonna have a septic and we're gonna have shit internet. And he ain't gonna be cool with that. Hey, Cherokee.
What's up, Cherokee?
So, you have to decide
The only
what you're
thing
willing
good
to give
about
up.
living out like that is, well, especially if you get a nice piece of property that has got some acreage to it, I could literally take off from the front yard, which would be awesome. Other than that, there's no reason for me to want to live out in the sticks.
Right. I don't want to have to take a cooler. My ex's parents, right? When they go to the grocery store,
Starlink
they
is
literally have to take a
too slow
couple
right now.
coolers
If
to
they
the store with them because
they-
that's how far away from a grocery store they are. Yeah, but I don't know how well the signal is with Starlink.
Starlink
You know?
is fine. It's a satellite signal. It literally beams it straight down to a dish, but the download speed's good. It's not great, but the upload speed blows. It's really slow. So if I was to stream with the upload speed that they have, it kind of sucks. Now, if they improve it, which it should improve, the more satellites they add, then it's a possibility. It's still way more expensive than internet, though, regular internet, at least right now. Maybe someday when they get enough satellites up there and they've made their money, they'll bring the price down on it and it won't be so bad.
How did this box of coffee mugs migrate itself up here instead of into the garage?
The empty box?
No, it's got coffee mugs in it that should be in the garage, not in our bedroom.
I don't know. I don't know. You know what? Another thing that dawned on
No,
me, because
that's the thing, John
I'm
Q, is
old
he's
and I
getting
forget stuff.
a new
We never
job,
got
which
Breeze her stuff, man.
should
We're like
should afford
slow
them
as
the
hell.
ability to move out when the prices drop a little bit, because rentals around here they're fucking ridiculous.
We're gonna have to do some
Exactly, RS.
searching.
That's what I'm planning on doing.
And she even told me her shirt size before. I think she said large, but I could be wrong.
Well, it's because women that aren't hoes like oversized.
Well, thank you,
t-shirts.
Abigail, for subscribing. So did Bree say
Yeah.
large for shirt size? That's all
Now
I
look
need
at
to
the
know.
Votes here. See,
The rest I can
63%
take
say
care of.
down payment on a house. But we're gonna. That's not accurate because he does need a decent vehicle, so we could
Yeah,
get away with
The car
a
I
down
have
payment
now
on a house.
is not going to be
and,
one that I keep. I mean, the only reason I have that car is because my mother owned it. She gifted it to me when she died. It's a sentimental thing. But at some point,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do something with that
That's
car
like
and get another
1100
one.
here, Dolores.
I mean, I don't mind going look. I really don't want another car payment. God, I don't want a car payment, but it is what it is.
Well, I mean, that's why you take half of that money and invest it into a vehicle that you can fix yourself. So,
A
which
Kia? You know, John Q, all right, this is my thing about Kia, right? And a lot of people don't know this, but
Kias are not easy to fix. They're
Kias have gotten a lot better. But when they first came out, I used to go to all these mechanic places and stuff because when I was doing the service calls for the emission machines, I would go into the bays of the mechanics. They had rotors stacked from the floor almost to the ceiling from Kias because their brake system was absolute crap on those cars. They fixed it since then, but
you
the
can
original
fix the American
Kias
cars.
were terrible on brakes. They were just blowing through
I
rotors.
never had a problem with my Kia, but mine was like the base model, so it didn't even have anti-lock brakes.
Well,
which I found out the hard way as I slid
There
into
you
the
go.
back of a
Our thing
public
said the
works truck.
first 5 years or so they were hot garbage. They were, and the good thing, you know, they had that thing lifetime warranty. So all those people that had the bad rotors, free replacement because they had lifetime warranty on the freaking car. So it's like,
Well, I mean, it's not that they're just much more expensive too. Like when I was shopping for cars, I couldn't believe the amount of cars that I got into that looked great, but simply just shutting the door felt cheap. There was no weight to it. There was no heft to it. It just didn't. It's like, okay, if
Well-
somebody hits me in this car, it's gonna fucking crumble like a cheap kid's paper mache. I mean, it's not. I want a car that can stand up to when somebody hits me.
what about having a
and
car that retains its value?
I don't give a shit about value. None of them retain value.
Yes,
not like
they
I'm gonna
do.
get rid of it.
Hondas retain their value.
I drive my cars until they fucking die.
Toyotas retain value.
Yeah, okay, but Hondas and Toyotas are good. I'm talking about the Hyundais and shit like that, where when you get in the car and shut the door, it feels like you've just closed a cardboard flap.
Yeah. Well,
You
I
know?
mean, that's things you look for when you go to buy a car. You're like, man, this feels flimsy
That's
as
why
hell.
I bought a Toyota, because it doesn't seem flimsy, and I love my car.
A
a
Fiat
Fiat.
500.
He wouldn't fit in a Fiat, and I'm not paying that price just for the label of a Fiat. No.
He said
think
Munchkin
they're
in
ugly.
a Fiat, not me.
No.
You could fit in a Fiat.
No, I don't. I don't want a Fiat.
Or a little smart
They're too
car,
small.
one of the little
No,
Mercedes
no.
smart cars. Yeah, Honda and Toyota keep value, definitely. You can resell those quite a
Well,
bit
because
more.
Hondas
than
are
you
good
can.
cars, unless
Yeah.
you get the hybrid. Because we got Katie the hybrid, and the battery started to die, and the replacement battery was damn near 3/4 the price of the fucking car.
The rear view
Rear-
mirror were add-ons? Really, RS? How the hell
That's
is
kind of a
rear view mirror?
requirement.
Maybe they
No,
give you a backup
Not get any
camera.
of the TVs in the Fiat.
If it's a backup camera that shows constantly, then that's not too bad. But you almost got to have that rear view mirror. Otherwise, I'd buy a
Well, you
generic.
know, you do have to have it. It's a requirement. You will fail your safety inspection if you do not have a rear view mirror,
No,
and
no
you'll get a
Ferrari.
ticket. Ask me how I know.
No Ferrari for me, Cloud Chucker. I'm not getting that kind of money, man.
Give me a DB11. I'll take that.
Well, RS, they love to add on everything. Oh, power windows? Sure. More money. Oh, you want tint? More money. Oh, you want leather seats? More money. Oh, you want a CD changer? More money. They just AC? More money. They add on as much as they possibly can for every little thing you want on your car.
My Kia
ridiculous.
had air conditioning and a radio. That was it. It did not have power windows. It did not have power locks. It did not have
Hell,
anti-lock brakes. Again,
If
I
you
found
move
that
to
out the
somewhere
hard
where
way.
it's always cold, those cars don't even come with AC at all.
Well, what do you need one for if it's always cold?
If you move, you're screwed. That's why.
I guess it depends.
If you move, you better sell your damn car.
I mean, when most people move, they don't move from one entire climate to a completely different climate. But
Yeah, Tiger, see, that's why
yeah, it's because they're taking the electronics out of them and selling the chips.
I used to go to car auctions to buy cars. That's the best place to buy cars, but I knew where to go in Georgia. I have no idea here in Virginia, not a clue where I could go to a car auction. And then they may have
We'd have
different
to look
laws
it up
here.
because I'm not sure where they have. I know the police departments do the car auctions, and
Yeah,
they
but the
post
police
them.
department, you're not going to get a deal because everybody goes to those because it's not just cars. They sell all
Well, I'm
kinds of
pretty
stuff.
sure that no, they do specific for auctions for
Okay.
cars. I just don't know. I forgot where you go. I used to have it to where I'd get notified that they were having an auction, but I don't know where that's at anymore.
Well, I could, Dolores.
I don't want to
but
drive a manual Full Moon.
If I got
Why
it in
do I wanna
Georgia,
do
I'd have
extra
to
work?
register it in Georgia, then go immediately to Virginia, and then transfer the registration
Well,
to
not to
Virginia.
mention the taxes are different in Georgia. So if he was to buy a car in Georgia, it would cost him way more money up front
Yeah, it
to
would.
register it.
And
Because
the
do
way
you
they
have what
run
do you call
auctions
ad
down in
valorem
Georgia now,
tax?
you have to pay a ridiculous fee just because you bought it at an auction. They've learned how to work around the system. You can't buy a car cheap now. You can still get it for a decent price, but all them car dealer guys are
Shit,
there,
Roger gave
and
me
they'll
the best
outbid
deal
you
ever.
quick.
Roger's deal was so good when I called my bank, they're like, so they just offered you that deal and and I'm like, yeah. And they're like, that's a really good deal. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, so when
Well,
do you
you
want to
made
come
it,
pick up the
Stina.
check? My bank literally was like, huh, all right, sure. And wrote me a fucking check. And I went and picked it up. It was great.
They were like, damn, okay.
Yeah, they're like, that's a really good deal. I know, right? So yeah, I got the check the next day.
Yeah, Roger's a good guy anyway, so.
Mm-hmm. They're still driving it. I'm gonna drive the wheels off it, but
I would have kept my truck because I got my truck for a really good deal. If it didn't get hit on the right front, I would have kept. Well, that's not what made me stop driving it. What stopped driving
On
it
a
is
Crown
because
Victoria.
freaking
you
tram
cracked the block.
shaft blew a hole in the block. That's
That'll
a
do
whole
it.
nother story. Yeah.
See, I didn't have a Crown Vic. I had a
Crown Vics are cool.
Was it a Crown Victoria? I think it was the land yacht. That thing was fucking huge.
Well,
And
Marquis
the
is
driver's
similar.
side window would get stuck, right? So it'd go down, but it wouldn't go back up. So I'd have to put both hands against the window and push it up. So I always looked like I was trying to escape my own vehicle in the parking lot, and it looked ridiculous. But yeah, that thing was a freaking boat, but it floated. Does not handle ice very well. Where are you going, Bella? You just came in here to lay down. Get in here and lay down. Yeah, those cars do not handle ice very well because I realized they don't have front wheel drive. That was fun.
I love driving on ice. If ice is over, just hand me the keys.
I will do
problem.
that.
Love it.
Yep. Well, you sold it for less than the payoff value and then wouldn't let me pay you the difference, Roger. I should have, hell, the pain and suffering going back and forth to the fucking DMV. Those people drove me crazy, but it got done. So.
The new
My
one
car's
only has
finally paid off.
5,400 miles on it. Damn. That truck that I had only had, even after I drove it for years, and the reason why I had so many miles is because I was driving it for work. So I had 119,000 miles on it. When I got it, it was at like 40,000 miles. I bought that. It was a 2003 Ford Expedition XLT with leather seats, with a moonroof for $4,000. That was a great price for that truck. He couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. It was bogging when he tried to go up the hill. Catalytic converter was clogged. I took that thing off and it flew up the hill. So I put a new catalytic converter on there and it was fixed after I bought the truck.
Thank you, Dolores.
Obviously, but I knew what was wrong with it. I just had to fix it. That was it.
So 22% of these motherfuckers think you should blow your money on vape gear. Y'all are just wrong.
Katie seems to think that the dog peed on the Lego block. I don't know how she would pee right there. We're all in here.
Why would she pee on she usually pees on the carpet. I don't know.
That's junior pee.
Toss them in the tub with a little bit of bleach. They should be
it's on the
cleaned
Lego
regularly
blocks.
anyway.
I don't know why she would pee. She just went out.
Lego blocks or the little Lego pads?
The Lego pads. I took Bella out right before the show. She should have been good to go.
Well, your dog's an asshole, so it's quite possible. Bella.
Yeah,
Bella,
I never. I
did
had
you
a
pee downstairs?
V6 Ford Exploder, and that thing
Did you pee
caught on
downstairs?
fire in my driveway. I wasn't even in the car, and the damn
She's
thing
not
caught
avoiding
on fire.
eye contact with me, so
And then they had a recall on it, but fighting with Ford is like a losing battle. So I just
It's
wrote
missing a
that truck
hubcap or
off.
two, but they're still driving it. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I mean, it's a toss up because do we want to qualify for less and have no down payment, or do we want to qualify for more and bring money to closing? I mean, obviously, I'm not going to charge myself to do my closing, and I'm going to throw it in there that, hey, seller, if you use my firm, I'm not going to charge you either. So, you know,
the main
um,
thing is finding a house that we both like, and then
yes.
seeing how much it is, and then go from there. Because just speculating is not going to do a damn bit.
Well,
of
I'm
good.
not going to look at a house that we can't afford. So,
John Q, you literally are laying it on, aren't you? But paramotors are so damn fun. That remains to be seen.
well, I'm sure they are.
I
That doesn't mean it's a wise financial decision to blow money on something that he's only going to. How often do you fly your drone?
that's flying a drone. It's
Yeah,
different
that,
than
no.
no.
Y'all
That is a
remember
big
how
difference.
much he wanted that drone?
You'd rather ride a bicycle or drive a car?
How much do you fly your
Question.
drone? Okay, the drone is way easier to fly and doesn't involve launching yourself into the air, and is way easier to get around the restrictions. So you
But
want to
you're not
spend how
flying
many
yourself.
thousands of
That's
dollars?
stupid. That's like watching TV of the
No,
Bahamas or
it's
being there
not.
live. It is.
It
It's
is.
like
It isn't.
no, that's bullshit. I
You're gonna
totally
tell
disagree.
me if you buy a paramotor, you're gonna go fly every weekend?
It depends on the zones that we have here, because there's so many freaking
Military
bases around here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, it won't fit in the back of the closet. It's going to take up a quarter of a garage, DeMillan. Not to mention you have to continuously pay for upkeep and maintenance on the damn things. So it's not a one and done. I spent the money and now I'm good.
You can't phase me on I've seen way too many videos for you to go, oh yeah, you're never gonna use it. It's gonna break.
I didn't say you're never
Who
going
would
to use
ever
it.
want to go
I
flying?
just said you're not going to use it enough to spend $15,000 on it.
You know, if I didn't use it, I can always sell it.
But you won't because you don't sell anything.
No, somebody come by to buy, somebody came by to supposedly buy the van, but he was like, he didn't even say, well, do you want to sell it? He said, do you want to get rid of it? Which to me
And you should have said, yeah, what's your offer?
Exactly. No, I'm just gonna assume he wants me to get
What's
it
your
for
offer?
free.
yeah, I think somehow he needs to hook up the drone to the VR headset. You can do that not with the Oculus, but DJI makes a headset that you can use with a headset.
Well, technically not necessarily, DeMillan. But my point is, right? Instead of spending all that money up front, if he enjoys it, we can always just take a vacation and go to see Kyle or any of the other people he watches and use their equipment for way fucking less than he would pay for his own, and then the upkeep that it requires.
I'm not worried about the upkeep, man. I don't know why you think that's such a
Why
big
do I
deal.
think that? Because every video you watch, they're continuously in the garage fucking with shit and fixing shit. This blew out.
No.
I had to fix this. I broke this. This had to
He
fix.
broke the
This
prop.
ripped
They
out. I
usually
had to
break the
fix
prop, and that's because
I had
they
to buy
landed
this
on their
part
ass.
and reinstall that part, and I had to switch this fuel out for this. It's constant. Don't make that face at me. You know I'm right.
No.
Yeah.
You're not right. That's because the
Mhm.
only videos you see are those. Those are the ones I watch I guess I should show you the good videos, not the bad, because there's
You don't need to show me any videos because I've watched way more paramotor videos than I ever cared to. Look, I'm just saying it's his money. He can spend it on what he wants, but I don't want to hear shit out of him when we're still stuck here next year because we can't afford to move out, or we're living in a shack because that's all I can qualify on my own income.
You were ready to move
I
out
can get
before there was
behind
any
cheese videos. Tina.
before the
Love
money
cheese.
even came into play. You were ready to move, so don't.
I am
What's up,
still ready
Howard?
to move. However, with this new addition, this opens up our possibilities considerably. See, I could get into that, Stina, because I love cheese. And if I could make cheese, I can eat cheese. There's a reason I never got a bread maker because I'd be huge. I can eat cheese. I can eat all the cheese I want.
You don't have to use AV gas, Tiger.
And I have watched cheese making videos, and I really want to try making my own mozzarella, but you do have to order the mother
certain
from
machines
somebody.
require AV gas, but you don't need AV gas. It's just a 2-cycle motor. So,
Scorp,
thanks,
I will
Scorp.
beat you, sir. Don't encourage him.
Yeah. So, all I taste is peach. I can't get that.
I would say Peach would think that's not a bad thing. So I am vaping the juice fresh that I just made. I don't know if my taste buds are broke, but it doesn't taste any different than regular Nilla nuts. I added 3%. Now, because I'm slightly buzzed, I went a little over on some of the flavors. Mainly the vanilla bean ice cream and the hazelnut.
That's funny, Stina.
But what I did was I decreased the vanilla custard by the amount that I went over on those two, and then put the 3% of the cereal in there, or the honey puffs.
So what do
It
you
still
got?
tastes-
I don't think it's gonna be. That's definitely gonna have to steep.
No, it's definitely got a cereal flavor to it because I can smell it.
Yeah.
I just sniff the bottle constantly because it smells good. I can taste. I can smell the acetylpyrazine in it, and it's a very nutty, delicious flavor. It smells really good. Honey Puffs is Wally Stripper's name. He's got a lot of stripper names. I can taste the Honey Puffs more than I could taste the pie crust. But
Okay,
it still
John
tastes like
Q.
vanilla nuts.
You said it twice. It's so good he had to say it twice.
Right. Wally's like, don't give away my secrets. All right there, Honey Puff. These are my puffy nuts. That's the new name, is Puffy Nuts. I'm gonna stop short of calling it Scuba's Puffy Nuts.
Tiger, you bring up an excellent point. The problem with the gas that we have today is the ethanol that they put in gas. Ethanol will eat up carburetors. So the way to avoid that, especially if you guys out there own like a weed eater or something, never ever store our current gas. If it has ethanol, you can buy non-ethanol gas. It's more expensive, but at some gas stations. But if you buy gas and it has ethanol in there, do not let that sit in your weed eater or chainsaw or anything like that, because it will destroy all the diaphragms in the carburetor. So use up all the gas that's in there. Whatever you have to do, or pour it back in the tank and run it until it's dry and it shuts off. Then it's okay to store it. If you store it with that gas in there, it's going to destroy your weed eater or your chainsaw or whatever 2-cycle motor you got. Don't leave that damn ethanol gas in there. It'll destroy it. I hate that stuff.
I don't think we have ethanol free here, Junkie.
Y'all don't? Well, I don't know about here, but yeah, I know in Georgia they'll have like all the regular pumps, and then they have another pump way off to the side. Usually it's kerosene, but now they have
anything, Howard.
ethanol-free gas over on another pump.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
That's
Then again,
what I would buy if I'm
never,
putting in a lawnmower.
I've never looked for it, but
What am I buying now? Howard, good question. I want
There's
a
a
paramotor, Howard. I want to fly. I want to run and fly into the sky with a fan on my back and a
But
parachute
he
over my head.
technically does not need to buy one in order to do that.
Well, come end of April, I'm going through training, so hopefully I'll have some video of it, depending on how good Munchkin is with a camera, and I'll be able to show you guys how
Keep
the
it
training
up, and I'm
went.
gonna train nothing. But I'm gonna film nothing but the ground.
I'm,
If you don't stop insulting my camera skills, you're just gonna get nothing but
no,
grass.
we do need to go
and
through it
running
because it's a pain in the
commentary.
butt to get it to lock onto me, and once you get that down, then you're good. Then you can just point anywhere near me and it'll lock onto me and you don't have to do anything. Besides zoom in, you could pinch and zoom in if you need
Pinch.
to.
I could pinch.
You like
Right,
to pinch?
Dolores. Yeah. I mean, because there are so many. There's the guy in North Carolina too, and they'll let you go down there and rent out their equipment and fly with them.
Eddie, what's up? Howard, honestly, I have no desire
Yes,
to
the
skydive.
Best boat is your friend's boat, right? Same goes for paramotor.
I've done hang gliding. I've done the indoor skydiving, which is not skydiving, obviously, but I have no real desire to do skydiving.
Yes, I
I'd
would,
rather
full
fly
moon.
to where I can go up in the air, look down from 400 or 500 feet up, and enjoy the view. Rent the paramotor. Dolores, I don't think there's a sane company.
You can't really
anywhere
rent them. You have
will
to go
rent.
to the people that fly them and provide the training. But when you go there, they will let you rent their equipment.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
when I
not
go for
like you could
training,
just,
I don't have to pay for that.
you know, no. But like once he's done, you could do that. I
Yes,
just
Breeze.
don't think it's a wise investment at this moment.
Yeah, I saw that show, Addie. I was like, where the hell is DeMillan at? It was not the same without DeMillan on there. I was like, okay, what the hell? You doing okay, DeMillan? I mean, you're in chat now, so I guess you're okay.
The first note I get when I hit this is the honey puffs.
Really?
Yes. It's the first thing I taste is the honey puffs. But it's
Good,
not
DeMillan.
it's not enough. It
It's
needs
not
more.
enough?
I put 3%, I think it needs 4.
Well, that's the thing. You definitely want to start lower and go up because you can't take away, but you can always add to.
Well, like I said, I'd still vape it anyway, but yeah. I'm not getting that.
I would wait and let it steep some, and if it's still not enough, then add another % to it.
Look, I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to keep vaping it, and then it'll be what it is. It'll taste great the last 10% of the bottle.
When you crash, do you bounce or you just plop like a watermelon?
Neither.
Tiger, it depends
you kind
on-
of hit the ground and slide, kind of like when an asteroid hits and it just
No,
digs
not
through
if
the grass.
not if your wing collapses and you go straight down. You would plop like a watermelon.
Well,
if you
yeah.
crash as you're coming in, gliding, yeah, you'll just skip.
But in
or
order
bounce.
for your wing to collapse, you have to be doing something wrong, like turning too fast or hit a weird wind draft while turning. Just flying normally, your wing should not collapse.
True. So where do you get all this? Oh, all these breaking down and.
I'm talking about just regular maintenance on the engines because, like I said, every video that you watch
That's with any engine,
shows
though.
that exactly, and that's a dumb investment when they require constant maintenance.
Well, there's some motors that's hard to get parts for. The Moster 185, you can get
Safer
parts
than
for
driving,
all day
Dolores.
long. All the parts, the head, the piston,
All of
everything.
them junk you.
So, my watch spins around on my wrist now. That's loose.
You might have to take another link out of it, dear.
I don't want to take another link out, man.
Well, I don't know what to
See,
tell
this
you.
is what happens. I get too damn skinny, and I look.
You
like,
are not too skinny. Shut your face.
Look how skinny my arm
Look,
looks.
I need to come down and make another drink. Don't make me slap you upside the head while I'm down there.
Cloud Chucker, the new
Elden
game,
Ring.
Elden Ring, is what we're playing. big time.
See, that's how I
into
feel more control, Dolores, but
Elden Ring.
driving is probably far more dangerous. No one, no one's gonna run into you in the sky. You know?
Oh, that's cool, Dire thing. Yeah, I saw the electric one. That one's pretty cool. This is what I hate about electric. It's the same way with electric RC
I
cars.
will,
They're
Dolores. I'll wait
great.
till
They
it gets
take
you
off
up
really
here.
fast, but then the battery dies and you're screwed until you charge it. With a gas one, you just put more gas in there.
Gotta
I
put all
don't
that
like
shit back.
having to charge it. I need to carb up. John Q.
Carb up.
I will carb up tomorrow. We should film. Is it like Skyrim? Cloud Chucker, I would say yes and no.
It's made by the same guy that made Dark Souls, who
Yeah.
takes special pride in making games that are fucking ridiculous. There is no easy, hard, medium difficulty level settings.
I love the bowls, Stina.
it's-
I
it's-
used to be in a bowling league. My mom and I won the mother-son bowling tournament when we went. That was awesome.
My bowling shoes are right up there hanging on the
My
door.
bowling shoes are who the hell knows where in Georgia.
I don't need a rebuild now.
Yeah, because I used to bowl on a league. So
I was on a league too. I have a plaque somewhere around here for placing in the league.
well, no, that bowling ball didn't have any holes drilled in it. That was my
Roller
good bowling
skating.
balls are in Georgia somewhere. I love
Yeah,
those. Man, those things would hook real hard and hit the
It-
pocket. It was awesome.
Just like ice skating around here, it's hard to get in and go bowling because they have so much shit set off for league night. So trying to get a lane reserved when it's not league is kind of ridiculous. The last time I went bowling kind of turned into a catastrophe because the idiots like the
Borderlands
next
3.
lane
Wow,
over
Howard.
were just being stupid. And I am there's rules to bowling. Like when you're up there throwing the ball, there should be nobody on the lanes on either side of you rolling at the same time. You fucking stand back and you wait your turn. So bowling etiquette
Whoa.
is a thing.
Tiger, there's
Um,
no damn way you have a 270 average. My highest game ever was a 298. I was so close to getting a perfect 300. I missed those last two pins.
The dude I was on a fucking
pissed.
league team with had almost a 300 average.
There's a 300's a perfect game.
I know 300 is a perfect game. He was also a complete dork and had no life, so
that
bowling
can't
was
be
his
average
life. But
though.
yeah, I said almost 300 average. It was like 285 or something like that.
That's a really high average.
It was a very high average, which is
My
the only
average
reason we
was
got a
not that
fucking plaque. I can tell you that much.
I would get
right
a
now,
good game. This is what happened. I would get a really good game, then I get tired, and my game would suck the next game because my leg starts giving out more than anything. I put
So
too
I don't
much
have a problem with the leg.
pressure on
My
my leg.
problem is this thumb right here. I've got a weird thumb where it'll get stuck and the joint won't bend, so I have to like click it out of place, or
I
it'll
don't
get
even
stuck
put my
like
thumb
this.
in the ball.
Yeah, I
I only
can't.
use two fingers
I can't do
because
that.
I curve
but
my ball, so I only
but
use two fingers.
You curve your balls, but I see. I can't put any kind of spin on the ball. I can't do
curve.
anything that. But the longer the game, the more my thumb starts to hurt, and then bad things happen. But I like bowling. I like for our Christmas party. I said we should, because we went to Top Golf
Nice, John Q.
for the last Christmas party when I realized that A, I suck at golf, and B, my boss has way too much time on his hands because he kicked all of our asses. So I said, all right, we're going bowling next time. And this motherfucker said, I'll beat you at that too. So that's a challenge. We need to go bowling and kick Jeff's ass. I'm just saying that right now.
No sooner
need
said
to
than
take-
done.
Him down a notch.
I will beat Jeff's ass with a house ball because I don't have my bowling balls. I'll beat him with a house
that's
ball.
all we got is house balls. Yeah, the trigger. My trigger finger's fucked up, DeMillan. My mom, ever since I was little, has always referred to it as my weird thumb which thanks, Mom. You know, but yeah, it doesn't work like the other ones. I don't know.
All right.
The joints. Fucked
Y'all
up the right
figured
way.
this out for me, right? I throw with my left hand. I
You're
write with my right.
ambidextrous.
I know, but hold on. I throw with my left
Well,
hand. I write
technically,
with my
yes.
right
That's
hand.
not what he meant, Wally.
I bowl with my left hand. But when I'm using
My
a gun,
left hand is completely useless. It doesn't do anything.
I can't figure out which one I like better, the right or left. I seem to do better with my left hand, but my right hand seems more I don't know. My right hand.
My left hand can drive. It can hang out on the steering wheel and steer. That's
It's
the only
so
thing my
weird,
left hand's good for.
Cause that gun game I play on the Oculus, pistol whip. I like using my left hand to shoot more than I do my right hand. But I think the right hand's more accurate. That's why on the paramotor, I'm like, do I use the left hand for throttle or the right hand
Whichever
for
feels
throttle?
more comfortable to you.
I can't write with
Dyer
my
thinks
left
let's
hand.
do an
There's
eye
no way.
dominant hand. My left hand is fucking useless. It can't write. It can barely paint my nails. It's
Do an eye dominance test?
you vape left-handed, but I'm right-handed.
That's not bad.
I vape in whatever
If I did
hand
that,
is
let me try with
available
my wrong hand.
for
There's
vaping.
no
That
damn
doesn't
way.
really require too much thought. But other than that, my left hand just here's a
This might
perfect
take a minute.
example. Look at the nails on my right hand. This is the hand I use. And then the ones on the left hand, because it just kind of does its own fucking thing.
It looks
It
like
hangs
a
out
child
and
wrote
doesn't
it
do anything.
because that's the way I. Yeah, I can't
My
write.
left hand
I can't write with
is
my left
a
hand.
stay-at-home mom with no children. My right hand is not the same.
Well, never mind. I'm not going to say that because
What?
this is a
Say it.
child friend. Well, Josh said he
It's
vapes
not
left-handed,
child-friendly.
but he's right-hand dominant, so it means he whacks it with his right hand.
Probably, yeah. Unless he wants to feel like a
Nightcloud
stranger,
sucker.
then he uses his left hand. But when has this been a child-friendly cast? No, the fuck it's not.
It's not. It's not. But you know,
Yeah, no,
I gotta
my
mess
left
with
hand's a worthless
Josh because I
bitch.
can.
It doesn't do anything. I want to go bowling. All right, I'm gonna hit Jeff up with that on Monday and be like, "Look, bowling. Come on, we need to do it.
Well, he's
I don't
already
care
got
if
a
the whole
meeting we were
company's
supposed to go
invited.
to, like right now.
We're doing bowling.
We were supposed
What?
to go the middle of March. It's the middle of March,
I'm gonna have to remind him about that.
even though half the
Now,
company
we-
damn left.
Yeah, we have had some personnel changes.
I'm ready to go bowling
My
because I'm
coworker
gonna.
with an attitude was removed.
If Jeff loses,
the
will
other
he
day.
be mad because I'm gonna whoop his
No,
ass?
he wouldn't. And I'm going to rub it in every opportunity I get. Jeff, to me, Jeff is kind of like my little brother who likes to irritate me whenever possible. He also happens to sign my paychecks. So if we beat Jeff in bowling, I'm going to remind him of that at every single opportunity available.
Can I bet
Just
him?
like
Can I
when
get
I
a raise
proved
if I
him
beat you?
wrong,
That would
when
be
I proved
awesome.
him wrong, I was like, write this shit down because you're wrong. And he was like, damn. And I'm like, yeah, I told you so.
That's it.
I haven't got to prove him wrong very often. He'll call me and argue with me over hypothetical situations that haven't even happened just so he could tell me why my opinion is wrong. And I'm like, are you not the attorney? You're the one that went to law school. I'm not expected to know this. You are.
You get it, Wally. Oh my god.
With what hand, Wally? Right or
With what
left?
hand? All this mail.
Because
that
you
we
know,
got?
when I took a bong hit, you
junk.
always hold the bong with the left hand. Lighter is with the right hand. I don't know that I could necessarily do it with the other hand.
You're a Jeff.
You're Jeff.
Oh, there
Yeah,
you go, Tiger.
he's a pain in the ass, but I like him. He's a very good boss.
Yeah, I like the way he was wearing his tie this morning. Just
At least he had his pants zipped up and buttoned because
he
half
just
the
had
time
the tie around his neck. He didn't
Yeah.
have it tied at all. Just there it is. I got a tie on.
yeah, it was halfway there.
Damn.
Well, shit, when he used to show up here to pick up packages in the morning, he'd show up in sweatpants and a baseball hat, and you wouldn't even recognize him wearing normal people clothes and not in a suit. First time he
should-
showed up like that, I'm like, who the fuck is outside my house? Oh shit, that's Jeff. Yeah.
Yeah, Stina, Stina, he hadn't been around. We both started keto back on January 10th, and I'm down 32 pounds since January 10th.
There you go, Wally.
But yeah, Munchkin's still struggling to lose
Like
weight.
13 pounds. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, she's at 13 pounds.
It's just moving around my body into different spots. It's not actually leaving me, but you know.
I'm glad that it dropped off because I didn't want to be heavy as shit trying to fly. So I think that
He just doesn't want to run his fat ass across the field to launch himself in the sky. He's like, I need to be thinner so I can run further without dying.
there you go. That's pretty much it. I don't want to die trying to run across a field with a 50-pound freaking device on my back.
But that's what I wanted to film.
You
Hey,
want
look
to
at
see me
you.
fail. I
Run,
know.
Scuba, run! I don't want to see you fail. I just want to see you struggle.
Stina, let me show you something about drinking water.
Somebody keeps leaving empty
Um,
water bottle. That is not
yeah.
water. That is full of liquor. Which
It's full of
technically
liquor
there's
right
water
now,
in there
but
too. But
this
yeah.
this big old 64 ounce, I fill up with water all the time.
Right, John Q.
So I drink out of this. It's empty right now, by the way.
Yeah, I drink a lot of water at work. I've started drinking a lot more water. Do my bulletproof coffee, maybe a Coke Zero, but yeah, it's mostly.
Yeah, I didn't
water.
have the bulletproof this morning, which reminds me I do need to refill my prescriptions for my blood pressure medicine.
So,
and
Jeff has talked when I told him that Patrick lost weight, and he's like, so
oh,
maybe there's something to that. And I said, yeah. I said, it's just really difficult to do keto and eat healthy fats. I said, because I don't think anybody realized how difficult it is to eat more fat than protein. That's hard. That's hard to
Demon
do.
Hunter, I am not lying my ass off. I literally fill this up with ice and then fill it with water. And I drink this 64 ounces. I drink all that water.
That motherfucker doesn't struggle. He has got it made. Scuba is living the easy life. Well, aside from the fact that he's home with Katie. and the
Howard, that's
children all
funny.
day, but-
That's funny. I'll give you that, Howard. But that is not true.
Yeah. I mean, technically, when the liquor's gone and the ice melts, it's full of water. But, you know.
The ice takes a while to melt. This literally, like I filled this
You're
up
not helping
tonight.
your case, dear.
It'll last at least until Sunday night and still have ice in there.
See, blew something. Wally, do you remember when weed didn't have names? It was either Mexican dirt weed or it wasn't. There was no names. It didn't have names.
So tomorrow, hopefully, I should get in those batteries and maybe the stuff from Shopkey. If that happens, I may go live for the hell of it, just to see what we can do to get Shopkey's mods fixed, and the batteries, because I'm gonna start charging.
We'll have
them as soon as I
to
can.
figure out a way to pick
But
that mag. Oh shit! I disappeared completely.
we
in a
can't be
cloud of
on
vapor.
long because we have cheat day to think about.
There's nothing to think about. If we're doing it, we're going to Texas Roadhouse, and I am going to eat all the rolls they
I thought
have.
you wanted Mexican because it's got margaritas and burritos.
Technically,
Chihuahuas.
I want the chips and the cheese, but we can do both because we have lunch and dinner.
She wants to do both.
Just saying. If you're gonna make it a cheat day, what did Megamind say? If you're gonna cheat, don't call it a cheat day. It's a celebration. Make it count. So we can do Mexican for lunch, and we're gonna have Texas Roadhouse for dinner. We ain't gonna be able to move when we get home.
Well, thank you, Dolores. Let me stop that poll
Roadkill.
because I think the poll speaks for itself there. Let's see what the
Mhm.
poll said. It'll pop up now. I think the house thing won, but
Yeah.
I think that still remains 22% on vape gear, 13% paramotor,
Yeah, ignore the
2% on
people that
car.
said blowing it on vape gear. You no. First of all, you don't need any more vape gear. 40,000 calories a day, dude. I've been under 20 carbs a day for 2 months. There is no way you can eat 40,000 calories and stay under 20 carbs. There's no fucking way possible.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I'm going to eat 40,000 calories on your cheat day? You damn fucking skippy,
It
I
is
am.
rigged,
I'll
Scorp.
eat the fucking waitress too.
Scorp
Waiter,
would be
whatever.
like, Scuba needs to buy a new drum set. That's what it is.
Yeah, drum set.
Scorp has
'Cause I
videos of
realized
me
that
playing
eating
the
the
drums.
waitress
I'm just
didn't
saying.
come out the way I had intended. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I will eat everything. If I'm gonna have a cheat day, it's gonna count. And we're
Oh,
gonna have to find
Frankenreiser, that's
somewhere with
messing with
really
my
good
head,
dessert.
man. Jesus.
What do you mean? No, it's a cheat day. It's not a cheat meal. It's a cheat day. So whatever you can eat in one day, well, dire thing, that's not for me. So, you know. Dude, what do I currently do? Not as much you should do.
Well, hey, you know, maybe we'll come on and discuss it tomorrow night. After we eat and all that stuff and
I'm
get
gonna
the
be in a
mail.
coma after we
I need a
eat.
new
Yeah.
Dyson fan. My original
The
Dyson
current
fan.
one is mine.
Yeah, this one's basically Munchkin's. I mean, kind of hers.
I'm weak. Dude, look, John Q. I had a client show up the other day that decided he wanted to come in and court us for all of his business. And get this, he decided he liked me because I was a total bitch. And I fucking love that. But he showed up with 24 cupcakes and a dozen donuts, neither of which we could eat. I couldn't even give them to my coworker because she doesn't eat gluten. She couldn't have any of them. So I brought them home.
The
Yeah,
kids
well, you
ate
couldn't
the
have,
hell out of them, though.
you couldn't have brought like barbecue or something. Why'd you have to bring donuts and cupcakes? Yeah, so donuts and cupcakes at the same time. He was two-handed it. Came in with donuts in one hand, cupcakes in the other. But I did pick up a new client, and I told my boss, I said, see, who said being an asshole never gets you any business? Because he said he read my email and he thought, you know what, I really like her because fuck you. I don't put up with your shit. You do dumb shit, I'm gonna call you out on your dumb shit. So he decided he likes me and wants to give me all of his business, which this is not, I mean, this is, I don't know if y'all have Clayton homes in your area, but they do manufactured housing. And he is the area rep for this particular region.
Oh,
and
cool.
has said he's sending me all of his business because I'm a bitch. So I am down 100% with that shit. And I told Jeff, what do I get? What do? I get an atta girl for fucking bringing in a new client because I'm a dick and he liked it?
Awesome, Stina.
I should.
I'm glad you're happy with your job. That's the most important thing
Mhm.
of any occupation is actually loving what you do for a living.
It
you
makes
know?
it less like work when you enjoy it.
Yeah, it does. All right, we
I
need to get
enjoy
up.
my job. I
We need
can't
to get off
imagine
of
doing
here. We
anything
have,
different.
you know,
Although Sunday nights I do have mild panic attacks of what's coming for me on Monday, but gluten is a climate change. I don't know. She just said it makes her feel like crap, so
who
she
was
doesn't eat it
outside?
anymore.
What the hell?
I don't know.
Oh.
Exactly, Stina. Way I see it, keep it open until they come in and fucking shut you down. But now, see, being allergic to it versus intolerant to it is two different things, because people that are lactose intolerant, they're not allergic to lactose. It's just that they get diarrhea when they eat it. So if you eat something that makes you feel like shit, then logically you stop eating it, right? So that's what she's done. She's not necessarily allergic to it. It just makes her feel bloated and gross the next morning. So she chooses not to eat it anymore. I feel the same way when I go to Long John Silver's and order a dozen hush puppies. They're delicious, but it makes me feel like shit the next day. So, as am I, John Q. Yes, as am I. Unfortunately, being intolerant to stupid is not something that is easily avoided, as in not eating gluten or not eating sugar or avoiding dairy products. You need advice on selling. I wouldn't yell at you. I'm more than happy to give advice. Unfortunately, the rules are different in every state that you're in. I will give advice all the time. I yell at people when they do things wrong, and then they acknowledge that it's wrong and then tell me, well, that's just the way we do it, because they're too stupid to figure out how to do it the correct way, even though I've told them. That's the part that irritates me. But right. See, Stina says she loves tomatoes. So my friend Gloria is allergic to tomatoes. However, she's weird. So when she drinks beer with fucking tomato juice and then breaks out in hives. To her, it's a worthy trade-off. To me, not so much. My daughter is lactose intolerant. However, she will weigh the pros and cons before she eats a half a container of ice cream. If she thinks it's worth it to spend the next day on the toilet, more power to her. It's all what you're willing to deal with, I suppose. No, dire thing. It doesn't really bother me at all. The effect Long John Silver's, specifically a dozen hush puppies, has is on everybody in my vicinity. Doesn't bother me in the least bit at all. I feel fine, but the people around me don't appreciate it. That's all I'm gonna say.
You sure?
Yeah. And it's not Long John Silver's, I'm sure if I ate like 3 or 4 hush puppies, it's fine. Okay. If you have, either way, something has to go through probate technically. If there is no will, you can do what's called a real estate list of heirs, where you have to list who is related to the deceased. And each state has a list of what they call the descent distribution, that if there is no will, each state has a list of who has what interest in the property. So in Virginia, it's determined by what year they passed away, because it changed like every 20 years. As of right now, if you have no will, the property goes to your spouse first. If you don't have, children of a previous relationship, if you're married, then your spouse. If you don't have any children from a previous relationship, it's your spouse. If you don't have a spouse, it's your
Ooh, that's strong.
parents and then your children. So, yeah, but you can call the probate department at the clerk's office and describe the situation to you. Now, it'll still have to go to probate, but if there's no will, it's going to be way cheaper to go through the process than if there is no will.
So
But you have to find out what they're going to require.
I was going to say,
But-
for those people that are interested in trying keto, make sure you read the labels, because half the stuff in the store that says it's keto or keto friendly is full of shit.
Technically, it is if you want to eat only one of the thing that you're buying.
Well, just for an example, Katie bought that cauliflower pizza, which you think, oh, well, they're not using regular flour for the crust, so it'll be low carb. It's not that big of a pizza. It's probably yay big. 43
It's the size
carbs.
of the Totino's for half a pizza.
43 carbs for that half the pizza.
Mm-hmm.
So literally, you can't even have like a couple bites out of that thing without going
those
over keto.
keto crackers that said keto all over the fucking side when we were at Sam's Club. Yeah, they're keto if you eat 5 crackers. Who eats 5 crackers?
Yeah.
Nobody eats 5. What are you gonna do with 5 crackers?
Eat 5 crackers. That's it.
Yeah, but I mean, who eats 5 crackers? That's not keto.
Well,
that's
I think it's a waste. If
moderation.
you eat 5 and it puts you at your keto limit, then you can't eat anything else. It's not worth it.
If it's made right, John Q, you can't really tell the difference. But
yeah,
but
I mean,
considering there's 46 carbs in a half a pizza, what's the fucking point?
Yo.
It's worse than you thought.
What's worse?
It's 43 grams for a half a pizza.
Yeah. He's saying 43 for half a pizza.
Yeah, for
I
half
know
a
it's a
pizza.
shitload, isn't it? I'm like, damn.
I took another bite now.
You get vape and bodily functions. It all goes together.
Oh
I'm just
shit!
saying.
Patrick had 2 bites of the pizza. I told him it was fucking high.
Yeah, he's
he didn't
over his
listen.
carb count.
I don't know why that damn pizza was so high in carbs, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I found one that had a Parmesan cheese crust,
You can
That was
literally
way
make
better,
your
and
own
that was like
pizza
6
with
carbs,
almond flour and
but
come
I
out
can't find it.
better than
See,
what
almond
that shit-
flour is sweet. That fathead dough is what Katie needs to look up, and I think that uses
Carb
the
quick.
carb quick.
Carb quick
Because
works.
almond flour is very sweet, and I don't want to eat sweet pizza. That just sounds gross.
I've made pancakes with carb quick. It's actually pretty good.
Mhm.
You just got to get sugar-free syrup.
You know, they did finally come out and say that menstrual cramps are just as painful as a heart attack, and women actually go to work and go grocery shopping and clean the house and live their lives dealing with that for a week every month of their entire life, and y'all are dying because you have a cold. So suck it, men. We're tougher than you.
Okay, on that note,
Mm-hmm.
I want to say thank you to everyone for showing up tonight. Like I said, maybe I'll come back on tomorrow night if I get in Shopkey stuff and my batteries. That'll be enough reason to come back on and show. I know Shopkey has a pod mod that the batteries got reversed on. I got to fix that. And
You don't?
some
All right,
others.
Stina, because we got some almond flowers.
plus, we're going to have a cheat day. So I get to come on and talk about that and probably how bad I feel because
Technically not down there, John.
if you're on
It's more
keto
in
and you
your
eat a bunch of
uterus,
carbs,
but
it's
yeah.
going to just throw me all out of whack. I may just come home and pass out. So we'll have to see what happens. But other than that, we will join you guys next week for sure on Friday. Other than that, I don't know. I mean, maybe tomorrow. Like I said, maybe tomorrow. We will try. But y'all
We
have
need to do the Cards Against Humanity again.
yeah, we do need to do Cards Against Humanity again. Y'all have a great weekend. Stay safe out there and keep on
Or
vaping.
don't. Whatever floats your boat. Be reckless. Whatever you want to do.
She's always got
Look, some people don't want to play it safe. They want to live on the edge. If that's your prerogative,
living on the edge
more
is
power to you.
dangerous.
You know what I mean?
Living on the edge
Some
is
people
dangerous.
live for danger. I'm just saying.
Okay.
It's up to them. We can't control them.
You guys have
You
a great
do-
weekend.
You do what makes you happy.
There you go.
Try
Do
not to
what
die
makes you
doing it.
happy.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, everybody. Peace out.
Bye.